Hello there. This is Trollbane. Those of you that know me will recognize me as one of the Trollbusters. Those of you that don't will probably leave comments saying you are not Batman. To anyone who does this, you're right, I'm not Batman. I wish to speak on a subject that was drawn to my attention by my friend Anthos the Unknown Autobot. I wasn't gonna make this video because I feared that I might be adding more heat to a situation that was hot enough already. But since recently the Trollbusters have been mentioned quite a bit, I thought that it was only fair that as a Trollbuster I offer my opinion on this situation. This being said, this is just my opinion. I wasn't there at the start of this situation. I do not have all the facts. So you may not agree with what I'm saying, and if you feel I am wrong, by all means let me know. As I understand it, this started out with two friends. One named Ariana, and the other one Joshua or something. Anyway, these two fell out for whatever reason. My Little Pony was mentioned, and understandably so. I know that for obvious reasons My Little Pony will always be a controversial subject. I don't want to get too much into My Little Pony, the rights and the wrongs of it, but whenever it is mentioned, there will always be high emotions. In any case, Ariana was reduced to tears at some point, and this drew to a lot of bad attention onto Joshua, who later ended up releasing an apology to Ariana, who herself also made an apology for her part in the situation, and there you'd have thought that had been it. But it wasn't. This fellow named Just Some Random Geek 2. Yeah, that's right. This guy is a sequel, but don't judge him based on that. There are there's a few good sequels out there, like Terminator 2, like The Empire Strikes Back. I hear that The Dark Knight's not a bad film, but I really wouldn't know myself. Anyway, this Geek sequel, he posted a video with his opinion on the subject, and this sparked more outrage. And then my friend, the Unknown Autobot, and the Dread Dom both drew my attention again to the subject, and so now I am voicing my opinion, and I have to say that Anthos, the Crimson Impulse, the Unknown Autobot, I consider him a friend, and I consider him to be everything that a Trollbuster should be. He's loyal and honest. He sees injustice, or what he feels is injustice, and he speaks out against it. And if he feels someone needs defending, he will speak their corner. Obviously, as a fellow Trollbuster, I want to side with Anthos, which is why I have to apologize to you, my friend, because I don't think this Geek sequel is really a troll. What I see when I see his videos, at the core, is someone who thought that someone was being unfairly treated, getting more flack than he deserved, and he spoke out against it, which is very similar to what a Trollbuster would do in that situation. However, Geek sequel, I am going to give you my opinion whether you want it or not, and this is where I think you went wrong. Firstly, and you've admitted this yourself, you were very one-sided in your commentary. You didn't really mention Joshua much, you just laid into Ariana, and instead of being a commentary, it came off as being more of a character assassination. The other thing I think you did wrong, which is where I think you may disagree, is that the language you used was far too coarse. It was over the top. I mean, I watch it and I think, here's this person who is trying to say, hey guys, this guy doesn't deserve all this flack, let's get things into perspective. But I think all that anybody heard was vagina with shark's teeth. Now, anybody who's been trolled by a vagina will tell you that vaginas with teeth are never funny. Never. So, I think it's a bit of a sad case because you did have a valid point in there. But all anybody can think about is vagina scab. And nobody wants to think about vagina scabs. Well, mostly nobody. I did have this old butler once called Lee. He was a bit weird though. I'm afraid I had to fire him. It was just after my nan's funeral. Because he did something very bad. Anyway, in summary, or in closing even, I think what I want to say is that we all have an opinion. And we have a voice, so we can make our opinions heard. But it's the words you choose to use which will define whether people get behind you and take your point on board, or whether they turn on you, or if they get really bored. And we have ears, so we can hear each other. But if you don't listen intently enough, then you won't hear the truth behind the words. I am the Trollbane. If you are watching this, you are My Little Pony.